Welcome back, BCT students. Today's a new video. We're going to be installing a range hood over the oven right here. So we came to a little problem here. The electrical's in the wrong spot. In reading the manual where the electrical ought to be, electrical has to be over here and pull through to be connected to the unit. And there's a stud here. So what we have to do, I got to cut this sheetrock out, drill a hole through this stud, pull the wire through the hole and out the appropriate location. So I'll show you that after it's done. And once again, we turned off the circuit breaker before working on this, and you can see the tester. Let me turn the tester on. There's no power, so it's safe to work on. As you guys can see, we got the wire across to where it's supposed to be for our new range hood. It took a lot of pulling, even a little short distance, a little pulling and tugging. It's going to have to do a lot in remodeling, so just be patient. And now we got to patch the sheetrock. We're going to cut a hole in the cabinet on the bottom part and the top part for the ductwork for it to exhaust through the roof. Okay? So you see the blades get dull pretty quick. So you guys use these at school. I'm just going to show you how to change the blade. There's a screw in the middle. Just take the screw out. Take the cover off. Discard the blade you don't want to use. Get a nice new blade. Put it in until it clicks in place. Okay, we're ready to go. Put the cover back on. See how it fits. And we're good to go, okay? It's more dangerous to use a dull blade because you're gonna be pulling and pulling, and all of a sudden you're gonna pull across your body and get cut. So you don't wanna do that. Make sure you have a nice new blade. Blades get dull real quick doing sheetrock. So now we gotta measure, okay? I'm gonna measure a piece of sheetrock to fit and patch our cutout. So you can see we come across, don't fight yourself. So we're gonna go 20 and 5/8. And then the width will be 3 1/4. So while we're out, a lot of you guys should be practicing how to read tape measure. It would be a good thing to learn. So let's go over to the sheetrock here, and I'll show you what we're using. So you need pencil, tape measure, and it's called T-square, okay? So our total length was 20 and 5/8. Take measure here, put your little mark, 20, see we're 20 and 5/8. 2 lines past a 1/2 inch. Put your T-square on top. Take your blade out and don't cut across your body, be careful. Cut straight, not a lot of pressure because it's a new blade. You don't have to do that. You can score it twice. You can see the line we cut. Put the sheetrock on the back and just cut the back side. Now we're gonna cut the width. So we know it was 3 1/4. Hold the tape measure up here. Go your 3 1/4 mark right here. Put a little pencil mark. Down the other side, 3 1/4. Get your T-square ready and your knife. Hold it right on the pencil line. Both of them on the pencil line. 2 scores. Flip the sheetrock over to the back side. Give a little punch. Crease. Crease gives you the line where you have to cut. There you go. Piece is ready to go. Sometimes you gotta cut a little more to fit exactly, but we'll see how we do. So it's gonna need a little bit of trimming. So we'll do that and make sure it fits. Okay. Okay guys, we got to trim the piece of the sheetrock to make it fit. So another tool in sheetrock you have to use is called a rasp. And it looks a little bit like a cheese grater too. So all you gotta do is rub it on the sides. It takes any bumps off, and you can make it fit for your piece. So we'll see if this piece fits. Okay, so it fits. Now you can remember from the last video, there's a wire here. So when you put the sheetrock screw, you don't want to hit the wire. So normally we would have to put a nail plate right there. But what I did here is I knew I measured back 1 3/4 inches. That's where I drilled the hole, 1 3/4 inches, okay? So the wire is 1 3/4 inches back. I'm only using 1 1/4 screws. So 1 3/4 inches plus the 1/2 inch sheetrock would be 2 1/4 inches. So you know you're safe to screw the sheetrock back without putting a nail plate in. All right, guys, you see that we got the sheetrock patch in. Got 2 screws just holding in place. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna spackle it with some tape. And it's the same procedure you guys are gonna have to do at the end of the year for Nocti. So this is a good experience for you to see. The reason I'm gonna spackle and tape it is the cooking area, exhaust fan. You don't want the fumes of cooking to go into the wall and throughout the house. Be a bad thing. So here's the spackle. Looks like pre-mixed stuff that I use over here. This is 20-minute. It comes in different setting. 20-minute, 45-minute, 60-minute. So this is just 20 minutes will be dry. You can go on. So it's fast setting, so you can keep going with the project. So this is a consistency, sort of like peanut butter. Just whip it up. All you have to do is mix it with water. Put the water in first, put the powder in, and mix it up. Here we're going to be using a 4-inch knife, spackle knife. So you just load your knife up, put it across where you want to be, fill in all your gaps, take your time. Make sure you got enough joint compound underneath your tape or else it's going to bubble. So we're going to use paper tape just like you do in school. You just hold it on one side like this. Press it down lightly with your hand. Go across to where you make sure you got joint compound underneath for spackle. Hold your knife and then rip the tape. And then you want to smooth out the tape. So you just hold it with your one finger. And you can see the stuff ooze out. That way you know it's good. Then we'll do another one on the bottom. Load it up again. Come across. Put your tape on one side. Press it in place. Put your knife firmly against the wall and tear. Hold your finger. Oops. And I'll do a short tape on both sides just to cover up 100%. One there. One there. Again, hold it with your hand. Smooth out. Hold with your hand. Smooth out. See, I crinkled up the tape a little bit. We can fix that. So just make sure you got the joint count underneath. Bend it back up. And I just want to do a light coat across everything now. You don't have to play with it too much. That's a finished product right there. It'll dry in 20 minutes. You can continue with your project. Okay, you can see that we prepped out the cabinet and we're ready to install the range hood. We cut holes in for ductwork through the bottom of the cabinet and the upper cabinet. It's going to go into the attic and through the roof. We know that the range hood is 11 inches down, so we put this up this letters board so you can just lift it up and put it right on top. We put this at like 11 1/8 just so you can just rest it on there and it's a not tight fit and you're not fighting it. So the hood is 35 15/16 and your opening here is 36 inches. So from doing your math in school, Eddie, you know that leaves a 1/16 of an inch. Good answer. So we're gonna slide it right in here, rest on here, and we're gonna put screws up into the cabinet to hold it and into the studs to hold it. So you can see over here, we put this special caulk, fire barrier sealant. So any penetrations that you have that are loose, you want to put this special caulk in case there's a fire, it doesn't go into the wall. As you can see, we got the range hood in. All we had to do was, it's a two-person job, that's why I didn't film it. We had the ledger board across here. So you just put the range hood in without the ductwork on, pivot it back, and that will hold it in place while you come up and get screws up into the cabinetry and screws into the studs. There's 2 screws on each side of the studs. One here and one on the other side. And the screws up here into the cabinetry. You gotta make sure that here's the electric. It lined up right through the hole, so one person has to feed the wire through while you push the unit back. You see we got the ductwork up, so the best way to vent a hood is all the way out to the outside of the house. It's gonna go up through the attic and through the roof with the roof cap, but that'll be a different video. I just want to talk quickly about this. This is a damper. You always want to put a damper in your ductwork, and what it does is prevents cold air from coming back into the house. And it's got a little pivot on it, so when you turn your blower motors on, it'll push this up and let the air out. So make sure you put these in correctly, not backwards where it won't work. All right guys, I'm gonna show you the damper inside of ductwork and how it works. Here's a picture of the damper. And then once you turn the air on, you should see how it opens up. See it open up? That pushes the air out. Now shut it off. Now it closes by itself and it prevents the cold air from coming inside the house. Guys, here's 5 questions for you to answer and then send them back to me at jbride@mercertechschool.org. The first question is, what tool is used to smooth out the edges of the sheetrock? Remember I showed you that tool looked like a cheese grater, but that's not the official name for it. So what's the official name for it? Question number 2, what is the name of the piece of wood that we used to temporarily hold the exhaust hood while we're working? I screwed it up here and we could lift it up on top of the wood. What was that piece of wood called? Question number 3, what is the purpose of the damper that gets installed inside the ductwork? Question number 4, what is the name of the caulk used to seal up the holes in the sheetrock? Remember that red caulk I put next to the hole that the wire came through? What's the name of that caulk? And question number 5, in your opinion, is it safer to use a dull or sharp blade when cutting sheetrock? Please get back to me with these answers. Thank you.